Hello. Hopefully you've successfully registered your account with Fort Vancouver Regional Library's online catalog and adjusted your settings to suit your preferences. Now I'll show you how to use the various tools to benefit yourself or contribute to the library community. What all can you do while logged into the catalog? A great many things beyond just placing holds and checking out e-media, it turns out. So many, in fact, that I'll only be able to demonstrate the first few in this video. Stay tuned for a second one. First, I'll show you your profile. Here you may share information about yourself, areas of interest, and even a personal rating scale as this person has done. Or as this staff person has. Notice staff can also list areas of specialization. To do this for yourself, log in and go to My Profile in the User menu. When you click on Add/Edit Profile Details in the dark blue bar next to your username, you may add whatever information you want to share with your fellow readers, including personal description, website, Twitter handle, areas of interest, and a unique rating scale. You are not required to share anything though, and if you leave this area blank, it doesn't offer the Read More link in the bar with the username. Next, I'll talk about the My Shelves tool. There are 3 shelves to which you can save titles: for later, in progress, and completed. These can help you keep track of your reading and viewing. In nearly all instances, you must add to your shelves manually. The exception is if you return an overdrive title in the catalog. This will automatically put the title on your completed shelf. Let's look at how to add titles to a shelf manually. From the search results and title displays, you'll see a prominent For Later button that actually allows you to choose to add the title to any shelf. Remember in the privacy video where we talked about shelves being private by default? That applies here. Once you've added an item to a shelf, you have additional options under the little gear icon. You may switch from private to public using the lock icons, or move the title to a different shelf, or remove it completely. The second place to add items to a shelf is from a shelf, so I'll visit my In Progress shelf. By choosing Manage Item, you can move a title from its current shelf to a different one, or remove it entirely. The third place to add items to a shelf is in My Library dashboard in one of the My Borrowing displays. For example, in the Checked Out display, you can choose to add titles to In Progress or one of the other shelves. You'll notice the default shelf display changes when I move to my holds. You can also spot titles already on one of your shelves by noting the darkened bookmark and the little gear icon on display. Now so far, everything I've shown you can be kept private by default. Next, I want to talk about lists, where you have more options for sharing or keeping private. You've seen them when looking at title displays, from both library staff and fellow users, but did you know you can make lists just for yourself? I'll show you a quick demonstration, but leave it to you to explore the different types of lists and decide what might work best for you. I'm going to start from my library dashboard, but you might also start from my profile. I'll select Lists, which takes me to My Lists, where I can select Create a New List. I'm going to choose one of the Guides and Recommendations options. Once here, I'll choose my specific type of list, add a title, and a brief description. When that's done, I can start adding items to the list. I simply search the catalog for a title, or ISBN, and add the one I want. If I want to be helpful to myself or others, I can annotate the title, explaining why it fits on the list, and then tap Add to List to search for another title. Once I have at least 4 titles in the list, I can select Finished Editing. This is where I decide who can see my list. Everyone is, well, everyone. People in a specific location allows me to choose USA, Washington, or my library. Those final 2 options are the same thing. Then we've got anyone with the link, or only me. Once published, I can return to my lists, see all of my lists in one place. I can tell at a glance who can see them. If the visibility is anything other than only me, I can expect to find my list somewhere in the mix of contributed lists on the title page of any of the titles on my list, with my username attached. I don't want to keep you here forever, so I'm pausing now. But do join me for part 2, where I'll talk about comments, tags, quotations, and all the rest. Thanks for watching.